Welcome to the gameplay deep dive for EA Sports WRC, where we'll look at everything you need to know about one of the most challenging, intense and exciting spectacles in motorsport, the FIA World Rally Championship.
Hey, they got your car right there though. The one you were talking about. What's the guy's name?
That's the Yaris, man. Cagliari and Para.
Over 200 rally stages with greater realism, fidelity and detail than ever before across the most challenging locations in the world. Unreal Engine has also allowed the team to create the biggest rally stages in history. With the
they don't win ACC on that ass.
I know, because they got the Unreal Engine, and if anybody knows about Unreal Engine is unreal. I mean, that with 200 stage tracks,
dude, look at that right there.
I know, that's cool. Like, when is the last time we even seen like a rally game, or a proper rally game that actually has the WRC name? I think we were talking about it earlier.
I mean, it was like see, Colin McRae, that was a game. Then you have Dirt 2.0, right?
Yeah.
The current sort of like king of rally sims.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm curious about, is this a game or a sim? Because you went Unreal Engine with it. So we're going to see some stuff here coming up, and it's going to kind of give me the indication that, like I said, they are really trying to match ACC in terms of realism with this.
Okay.
Longest routes now spanning over 30 kilometers. You'll be taking on these epic routes in some of the most exciting cars in rally history, all rendered in exquisite detail for the ultimate.
Ones too.
WRC will feature over 80 rally cars covering the entire history of the sport. From rally's humble two-wheel drive beginnings to the brutal power of the Group B era, and the sophisticated technology of the current day, you'll take on your rivals across 18 different car classes.
Okay, this is making me want to go get a shifter and an e-brake.
Yeah, you got to get an e-brake, man. Because, dude, I say I'm looking at this. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. What I've always loved about rally, particularly, were the tarmac stages.
Yeah,
like these stages right here where they run them on the roads. I have always wanted to do that. Now you can kind of do that in AC with some of the hill climb courses.
Yeah.
And some of the cars that they have in there, but I don't think it's. I don't know. I think this is going to be a different experience right here.
Yeah. I think one thing they are missing that I don't think that they will ever put in the game is the crowds. So they brought up Group B, and anybody knows anything about Group B knows that it was not dangerous because of the actual driving itself, but it was dangerous because there were the barriers were actually people. They were human bodies, you know. And
they may put it in there. I don't know.
That might be too dangerous.
I don't know. Yeah,
you start
go off and just hit people, just like blood splatter on the windshield.
No. We don't want that.
The Rally 1 cars of the 2023 season also feature a complex hybrid.
There we go.
It's like in real life. Charge the battery by braking hard into a corner and deploy that extra power for more speed once you get back on the throttle.
That's real.
Adjusting the behavior.
Yeah, they put the hybrid system in here.
Right balance for each stage will be the key to your success. Do you go with an aggressive high-power strategy that drains the battery quicker, or a more cautious approach at the cost of ultimate speed? These are the decisions Rally 1 drivers have to make before every stage, and you'll do the same.
I mean, did you just see how that windshield view looked?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it looks good, man.
That looked good.
See, here's the thing. I'm not even a rally guy, and this has me excited. But it's just the fact that EA Sports is handling it, you know? Because I've always been weary of EA Sports. Every time they get their hands of anything, it seems like it always dies. So it looks like they put a lot of detail in it. You know, it looks like they did their research and had the right consultants to help them with this game, though. So far, it looks good. So far, you know. So,
Codemaster's dynamic handling system is the foundation of your WRC driving experience, the most authentic and dynamic handling model the team has built to date. The team has received feedback from professional rally drivers to give you the most realistic driving experience ever seen in a Codemasters rally game. The handling system has been upgraded in several ways over previous titles, with improved tarmac handling, force feedback, aerodynamic simulations, drivetrain inertia, progressive braking, and much more going on under the hood.
Doesn't look like he's using a clutch. We don't have to
Every
use a
car
clutch. I'm
behaves
sorry.
like you would expect
I'm
it
tripping.
to in the real world. Whether it's a
Now
lightweight
the newer
classic
ones.
rear-wheel drive car or a punchy modern front-wheel drive car. The modern all-wheel drive Rally 1 and Rally 2 cars are incredibly sophisticated and have a distinctive feel compared to similar cars from the Group A and Group B eras. You'll also hear every bump, scrape, gear change, and engine roar in incredible detail.
Yeah, this right here, dude, the sound.
High-quality recordings of real-world rally cars and enhanced audio technology truly immerse you in the environment.
You said ACC did that too, right?
Yeah, they mic the cars.
Yeah,
and they have them running like different sort of like durations of like load under throttle, braking, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And then once they get like the aggregate sounds, then they can just kind of program the sounds for pitch and tonality based on the movement of the car. But this is what they do. They just did this right here. They mic the car and just have the dude drive it.
So is what I'm curious about is, do a lot of games do that? Because I know ACC does it. I know they did it, right? Did
ACC
Gran
did
Turismo
it, but
do
see,
it?
that's the reason why the sound on ACC is so crisp. I don't know when it comes to the other titles. I'm not sure, but I mean I can verify with ACC that's what they did, because number one, they said that they did it, and two, if you've ever driven ACC, especially with headphones on, you sound like you are in the damn car.
Yeah.
Like the sound is bar none.
You know, I really do feel like Gran Turismo does. Well, I know they did it on the sport version and a lot of the older versions. I do believe they did. But as far as from what I know, ACC is like the best out there to me. But if you ask Daniel Morad, he actually said it wasn't. He actually said it was too unrealistic for the cars inside. I mean, I'll trust him because he's actually a real driver, right? But from a everyday consumer, ACC to me sounds like the best on the market when it comes to car sound and mimicking the car sound from what I know. But no, this is pretty cool that they're actually micing the cars to get the most, the most the best representation of how the car actually sounds. Now I'm curious, with all the cars, like considering the old cars, the rear wheel drive cars, with the Group B cars, did they actually mic them as well? Did they actually get their hands on them?
Hit the play button, because I think they did. They brought out like every version.
Okay, they got the Lancia there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They brought out every version and mic'd them.
Many voices throughout the game, with your co-driver and chief engineer guiding you on your journey.
Hey, Jet. Brilliant result that. You were consistently quick throughout the entire event, and it's paid off nicely.
Wow, look at that.
I will be muting him.
Into each rally event and your performances, just like I do on the WRC broadcasts. The car currently lining up was a bit late to the start following service. I'm sure the marshals will have something to say about that, and there may be a penalty involved. The 17 locations and over 200 stages of WRC are also the most realistic that Codemasters has ever built, and are all replicas of actual roads. For example, you can go from watching Rally Monte Carlo's Col de Torini stage on WRC to driving on the very same iconic roads in-game.
That's nice.
First time in rally history, you'll tackle rallies across spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
That's the Unreal. That's the Unreal Engine for you right there. All that shading.
To be able to have 4 seasons and for it to look that good in regards to the shading as well. Man, that was a good choice to use Unreal Engine. That was a really good choice. I mean,
introduce unique challenges, and a drive through a hot summer stage will feel very different to tackling the same roads in wet and snowy winters. WRC's highly detailed and authentic driving simulation model is the foundation of your rally experience. It is built to not only challenge the toughest of drivers, but to also introduce new fans to the world of rally. The game's dynamic handling system is supplemented by a suite of tools and options to give
Yeah, it
you
looks like ACC.
your skill level.
No, it looks
You'll
like
be able to
Formula
fine-tune
One.
your assist liking, and you can also choose
Like
between
all of
two
this right here, all of that right there. I don't think you told me you never played
No,
Formula.
I've never messed with Formula.
The
The only reason
F1
why I
game.
said that because it's like black and red or whatever. But I've never
Oh
played
yeah,
Formula One.
yeah. But all the choices right there and everything, it looks exactly like. I mean, I would expect that, right? It is EA,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
made by EA, so it's not really a shocker on
for
that.
pace note systems. In the real world, rally drivers use a complex language of coded notes to accurately describe the road ahead, a route often hidden from view by trees, rocks, and hillsides. While this is faithfully recreated in-game, you can also use an alternative, simplified pace note system, breaking down the complex language of rallying to simple terms suitable for all players. We are just getting started with our closer look at everything in WRC. Join us again next week, where we'll be breaking down everything you need to know about career, builder, moments, and every other game mode in WRC. See you then.
We're gonna have to do a follow up then, bro.
Yeah, we are. No, we're gonna have to do a follow up to it. In regards to they said they have all those modes. I believe they said they had career mode,
Yeah.
season mode, and stuff like that. I'm really interested to see how that career mode would be, because most people I would feel that would get this game, they would be getting it for the career mode itself. You know.
I think I watch the guys who do like dirt, on YouTube, like some of the content creators that do that, and they're usually just kind of doing just kind of stage runs. Um, I never watched anybody do career. I mean, but I mean, I guess it would be much like any of the other sims, right? You got the people who do jump into career mode. I've never done career mode in ACC. Admittedly, I haven't. So I don't know, but I mean, I'm assuming that a career mode is going to be, an option or a thing. Well, they said it, so yeah, I would expect to see um, some leagues going on. I would be excited to see that, like some actual
That would be
rally,
interesting.
like yeah, dude. I haven't, we haven't kind of seen that part of sim racing yet. Not to my knowledge, anyway. And we're sim racing nerds. We kind of perused around and seen it all, but I haven't seen any like rally events. So I'd be curious about that.
I actually haven't. I haven't even searched for that. I have never searched for that. That's never something. That's not even something that's ever crossed my mind until you brought that up right there.
Yeah. Well, I've
Um,
never seen it. I follow people who do that, the Dirt 2.0 thing, and
yeah.
I've never seen any like event for rally ever.
hmm I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll make it. It'll make its rounds now, because I think there's more and more people that are doing sim racing nowadays. So there's more and more eyes on it with more and more interest. You know, so there's, some people are very competitive in this. But see, also that's the thing. I'm curious to see how competitive this game can allow you to be, because from what I know, one of the guys we featured on this channel before, his name Project Sim.
Yeah.
He did. We reviewed his dirt footage when he was on Dirt 2.0, and that sim actually seems very realistic.
Yeah, it's
Now,
good.
yeah, it seems very realistic. So I'm very curious to see how competitive this will allow drivers to be towards each other in comparison to Dirt 2.0. You know what I mean? Because
Well,
the reason
wait,
why I
you
say
said
this
you said it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say that again.
reason why I'm saying that is because in certain games, such as like, let's say Gran Turismo versus ACC, the competitive level is a little different in regards to the unforgivingness of the actual
Hmm.
car and the characteristics of that car itself. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm curious. Like, if Dirt 2.0 is like super real, is this more of an arcadey feel type of rally game versus simulation feel of Dirt 2.0?
I
If that's a
mean,
simulation.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know. They didn't because they didn't really say. I don't know if they used. I think they used the word game. They didn't use sim. But then, with regards to the Unreal Engine, um, and then like even the guy that they showed the dude, he's a rally driver and he's also a game designer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like so the rig that he was using wasn't like some little video game type rig. It wasn't. Those pedals, that wheel he was using, stuff like that. They were talking about force feedback,
Mm-hmm.
you know, getting the aerodynamic models. There was a lot of like technical jargon that
Yeah.
was being talked about that suggests to me that this is not a game. This is a sim, right? Just kind of based on how they were talking.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it struck me. So I guess the answer to that would be, the people, let's just say, who are real proficient at Dirt 2.0. Because look, I couldn't jump on these things and give you heads or tails, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never even touched a rally car, done any rallying in a sim environment. But like say like guys who do like Dirt 2.0, they could get on to this and then literally tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They would be able to tell you like, is this superior to Dirt? Does it suck?
Well, that's what I'm
Sound.
looking for. That's what I'm looking for the
Yeah,
competitiveness in that, because to me, it's made by EA. It's made by EA, and really no one ever considers F1 games. No one considers those games sims because they're not sims. They're fun. Everybody plays the F1 games to do career
right.
mode. They most of the time you might see people upload them on YouTube doing this hot lap, but I guarantee you when they're not recording, majority of the time they're doing career mode. Now, now that lends me to think about this game in here, and since it's made by EA, I'm just comparing it to F1. I'm like, will it feel more like a sim, or will it feel more like an arcade game? And I guess that's something that I have to see. Well, we'll have to see in the future,
Yeah.
and I guess also comparison of actual like Dirt 2.0 drivers. I think we're gonna have to
Yeah.
check in Project Sim.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say, I think like the dirt drivers are going to mess with this. They're going to test it out to see,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
they'll be the ones to give the true honest feedback on that.
yeah, yeah. But I will
I
say
mean,
this: the
I'm just looking
graphics.
at it from the outside. I'm just like, damn, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it
Seems
does. The
like,
graphics are beautiful.
yeah, graphics are beautiful. You use Unreal Engine. I mean, I've used ACC, uses the same version of Unreal Engine. Um, so I can only imagine like the gameplay, in terms of just like the feel of it would be relatively, in the immersiveness would probably be around the same.
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
like the driving and all that though, I mean, I've never done rally, right? So that's where it would all basically just be a new experience to me. I
Yeah.
would have to drive Dirt 2.0 and then try this one,
Hmm.
and then from there
Yeah.
I'd have to try both.
So now, is it using the same Unreal Engine that ACC is using, like the same one
I think it's probably just using like an update. It could
updated?
possibly be. It could possibly be depending on like how long it's been in development, but more than likely it's probably using more of like one of the updated. It's
Okay,
what is it, version 5
man,
point
I don't even
something?
know.
Yeah, it's 5, but it's 5 point something.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, I mean, like I said, man, like you said, the graphics, it looks beautiful. It looks like if you if you have a good computer that can run the graphics on full settings, you'll be blown away by the movement of the cars, the
Yeah.
environments. I know one thing that they said is that they'll have 4 seasons in the game. You know,
Hmm.
4 seasons. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Because us in Sim, we really don't deal with the 4 Sims. I mean, the 4 seasons. We only deal with whether
Well,
it's
we deal with three
wet,
of them.
wet
We don't
or
deal with
or
we don't deal with
dry.
snow. Yeah,
Oh,
well, we don't deal with snow.
no, no, we don't deal with snow at all. Like, I mean, as
Yeah.
far as like what we see, because, but I guess just what I'm saying though, just in general, like for instance, like if I was to join a race, really, I don't have to worry about it being cold or being too hot. I just really have to worry about whether it be wet or dry. That's
Right.
it. Like I do know though, if it is a colder temperature, I do know that my tires are gonna drop down a little lower, or if it's hotter, my PSIs will rise up a little bit more. But I don't have to worry about, well, okay, it's autumn. Okay, now it's winter. You know, I can't
Yeah.
drive this totally different. Like I don't have to deal with that. But that's interesting, though. I never. It's so crazy. This rally game, this EA Sport rally game, it's bringing so much more to my brain when it comes to racing. Because honestly, I don't focus too much on rally. I know you focus a little bit more when it
Yeah, I
comes
like
to rally.
rally. Yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't really focused too much on it. There's a lot of things that I haven't, a lot of variables that I haven't thought about when it comes to a sim
Yeah.
racing game, or
You got
arcade
those
racing
mixed stages. You
game.
got mixed stages with rally,
Yeah.
where like the stages are like gravel and asphalt.
Hmm.
You got dirt. Well, let's just say like you may have, okay, you have like your gravel stages where it's like basically like off road.
Hmm.
But then even with that you could be in the snow,
Hmm.
right? Then you could be on the tarmac, but then you could be on the tarmac in the snow too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's when they say all 4 seasons, meaning like you can get snow in the gravel, you can
Hmm.
get snow in on the asphalt, you can
Hmm.
get rain in any of them, or it could be dry as shit
Yeah.
in any of them,
Yeah.
right? So that's the thing about rally that I like about it. You race whatever the hell's going on.